If your health came to a crossroads, would your loved ones and healthcare team know what kind of treatments you prefer? If you don't talk with your family and medical providers about your preferences before the crisis, how do you imagine those taking care of you will be able to reach a consensus about a plan?
I keep telling you, she wouldn't want that done.
I understand, but I just want you to try some different treatment options.
But he's wrong. I know that she'd want you to try everything medically possible.
I want to help you, but with so much disagreement in the family, I don't know how.
How do you think things might have been different if the patient had talked about her wishes before her health reached a crossroads?
Before I go anywhere, into surgery, down the path of chronic or serious illness, or behind the wheel of my car for a routine trip to the grocery store, I want to give my loved ones the gift of advanced care planning. Chances are, one day, my health will reach a crossroads like this one. I'm going to talk with my family members before there is a crisis. It's time to ditch the old-fashioned way of refusing to plan for the future. I want us to meet in the middle, where we have peace of mind. We're going to start our conversation by discussing who I plan on naming as my healthcare power of attorney. I also requested to speak with my doctor and nurse. I need to get their professional guidance. One of the things we can do is use the advanced directive paperwork as a conversation guide. It can be really helpful to talk about people we've known in the past who've had surgeries, extensive treatments, or even car accidents. It allows us to visualize the possibilities in a real way. These are difficult conversations to have. The most important thing for me to do is make a plan to have the conversation and follow through, and not just once. This is an ongoing conversation we'll have over time. Now, when I'm healthy, is the best time to start planting seeds. I love my family, and I respect my healthcare team. They need to know that. If you're wondering why your healthcare professionals haven't talked to you about advanced care planning yet, stop wondering and initiate the conversation. Patients and families can lead these discussions. Here's a few examples to show you what I mean.
Before I leave today, I'd like to talk about my advanced care plan. I started filling out the forms and I realized that, I need to better understand what the next steps in my care might be. Well, I have the advanced directive here. Could we go through the preferences one at a time,
Yes,
talk about each one?
yes, absolutely. Doctor, remember I told you I didn't want to fill out that DNR form?
I remember that conversation about the do not resuscitate order.
I've been thinking, remembering everything we all went through with my husband, I think I should fill one out now. I'm ready. I don't see the point in all of that CPR business anymore.
I hear you and I admire you, and certainly, Ella, we can help you fill out the DNR form.
So, doctor, I know I'm perfectly healthy, but after seeing what happened with my cousin after his accident, I feel like it's important for me to plan ahead so my family won't have to go through that again. So I brought a copy of my healthcare power of attorney, and I just want to put it to my chart for reference. Do you have time to talk to me about who I choose and why?
Well, sure, we can talk about those things. Before we begin talking about it, I just want to remind you that this is the kind of conversation that happens over time. And in the future, if your thoughts change or if you think about something else that you'd like to talk about, we can revisit this discussion.
That's right. That makes sense. Well, I chose my sister as my primary healthcare agent because